amigas, tis I, Chlois, aka Mini Bisshhh'ss on Insta. So today I'm going to show you on my index finger how I extend my nails with builder gel, and I'm also showing you that I broke my fingernail on that side. I'm gonna have to fix it after this. So yeah, I don't know what made me want to go longer on my left hand and actually like have long nails, but I thought, okay, well, let's use some builder gel to extend them and I will show y'all how I do this. So I did do a video a while back, I'll leave it in the cards up here, on how I like 2 different ways I do my extensions, but this is the way I'm doing it now. And I'm just showing y'all that one I used for all 4 of my other nails without like changing it. I just did one nail, took it off, put it on the other nail, did it, took it off, put it on the other nail. So I'm all about working smarter, not harder. And so, well, mostly about it. Sometimes my brain just doesn't work and I'm just not smart. So, yeah. Anywho. I am going to be using a new one for this finger though, so that I can show y'all just how I do all the stuff. So first I started with dehydrator. I did apply nail primer to get my gel to stick extra good. Then I put on gel base and cured that for 60 seconds. Now I was wiping away some dust that I had from my other nails. Now I am taking this sticker off, and this little guy right here in the middle, this is where your finger is going to go. I'm going to flip this part over and stick it right underneath that hole. And this is just going to give extra like strength and support to your form for when you are building it out, because sometimes these can be a little flimsy and this just adds a little extra. Then you have these perforated lines that you can tear apart. I'm going to cut mine because I struggle sometimes to actually get them to tear the way they're supposed to. So easy because it's a perforated line. No, it's not always easy. Then I'm going to start to fold this, and it didn't work super great right here, to try and line this up as perfectly as I can. And you're gonna see like here I'm like, oh crap, that's not that perfect. So I'm trying to take it apart. No, it's stuck. So I'm like, okay, well, I didn't stick the whole bottom down, so I tried to reline it on this next butterfly wing. I personally like these butterfly forms better because they are easier to shape the way you want. So here I'm showing you, this is the like curve that I'm going to get on my nail. If I pinched it tighter, it would create more of a C curve, but I'm not going to pinch it all the way until I get it on my nail, and I'll pinch it the way that I want it to be. But you see, the tighter you pinch it, the like tighter your curve is going to get. Yes, I say pinch. I tried to correct myself and say pinched, but I do say pinch sometimes too. I think it's a Texas thing. I'm not too sure where I picked up that. Yeah. Anywho, I'm just showing you, I'm trying to line these lines up like with my nail, sidewall to sidewall, and then I'm going to start to pinch this the way I want. I'm going to pinch it the way that I want. I'm going to make sure that it's lined up under my nail correctly, because you don't want a gap between your form and the nail. When it comes to having forms, you want a little bit of a free edge, because it'll make everything so much easier, and it'll make the form easier to actually be the way it needs to and sit the way it needs to. It's not impossible if you don't have a little bit of a free edge, but it will make your life so much easier using a form. And so here I'm just like trying to make sure it's straight. I'm lining up, so my finger is naturally kind of crooked, and the nail, everything about it is. So I'm just trying to line up this form with the middle part of my cuticle. And so I want that middle line to go down to the middle part of my cuticle. I'm not going based off the rest of my nail. And I'm just making sure I got everything in the place that I wanted. You could use another extra little piece of tape if you wanted to right here. if it's not sticking the way you want it to, because mine really wasn't sticking the way I wanted it to, but I left it alone and just went ahead with the process anyways. So now I am starting literally right at my free edge, and this is pink lace from Manny Boss, and I am just laying that down literally right at my free edge and then building it out, extending it to where I want it to go. So I'm wanting more of a in between short and medium length, which it has the S, the M, the L, XL for length. So I'm going in between the S and the M, but a little bit closer to the M because I want to have room to be able to file down and be able to correct like any rigidness or anything like that on the free edge. So you want to have room to correct stuff. So that is why I'm going longer than I want. So I'm going to cure that for 60 seconds. I know that the shape is like weird, wonky, it didn't look even. That's fine. We are going to fix all of that. I'm really just trying to get the like free edge. I'm trying to get the extension part to build out from my nail right now. So that's what I'm focusing on, is just my free edge and then the extension. Just connecting those two and getting the thickness and strength on the free edge. So I will not be doing anything with my actual nail just yet. I am just focusing here on length. So I'm just trying to build up around my free edge and the extension, just build up strength, build up thickness, just so that way when it comes time for me to take the form off, the nail won't be too thin that it comes off with it, because that is a possibility if it is too thin. So I'm just really trying to make sure that it's thick, and I especially want to make sure that it is attached at my free edge. And so now I cured that again for 60 seconds. You can build up as much as you want to on that part. After I did that, now I'm going in with sheer pink. I was trying to go for more of an ombre effect. It did and didn't work. It's whatever. But now I'm going in with sheer pink, and I am painting this on right now like nail polish all over my nail, cuticle to free edge. I cured for another 60 seconds, and now we just remove the form. When you remove the form, you just want to kind of pinch it right at the base of your nail and then just pull down. So this is what we are left with. And so now I am going to, because we're still a little thin on the sides, which I'm sure you can see. And so before I go in and like start filing and everything, because if it's too thin and you start filing, things are going to break away. So you want to make sure you have a good structure and strength before you start filing. So I'm just going to go in with some more pink lace and just build on that free edge and just create a little bit more thickness where I need it. I'm going to turn my finger upside down for 10 to 15 seconds just so that can like sit the way it needs to. Now one more time I'm going to paint pink or sheer pink over my entire nail like nail polish. So with the pink lace, I was going a little bit thicker and actually using the gel and the brush itself to guide the gel around to make it thicker. And with the sheer pink, I am actually painting it like nail polish, going with just a little bit thinner layers. Now I am taking my cuticle clippers and just trimming away what I know I'm not going to need. So just trying to save some time filing. You want to be careful with this though, because you can, if you go too heavy on it and rough, you can crack your builder jar. So here I'm just showing you, I took a piece of box and I taped one of my forms, or I didn't tape it, I just stuck my form on it. And this way you can measure your nails and see what length they are. So as you can see right now, it's like all of my other nails are they're right under the medium length. They're in between short and medium. And so I'm measuring my index finger, just seeing what I need, how much I need to file off. And I'm going to go from there. So I am shaping here. You want to shape from your skin and turn it in, because if you shape from your actual sidewall and have it at that curve trying to go in for a coffin, you will get that little bit of a dip that I showed you there on my middle finger. I did do that. I didn't do it hardcore, but I did do a little bit of it just so that I could show you, like, that's what you don't want to do. So you see right there, I was like right at the sidewall doing it. No, you want to do it, put your file on your finger and file from there. And then it might create a little bit of a round shape, which you can go in if you don't want the round shape, because that's more of like a ballerina nail. If you want the actual coffin, you can go in and just kind of get rid of that little roundedness very gently without filing at your sidewall. I'm also showing you here how I angle my brush, how I angle my file to make sure, because I don't really like a huge, well, for one, I don't like a big C curve. Also, I just want my nail to be like even and flat with my natural nail and finger. So I will use my file and file like under my nail like that. And then I like to file from the center of my nail down the side like I just did. Now I'm going to file this side. Now you don't want to just file and file and file in one spot. You want to switch it up. That way, that way you can that way you're not over filing one side and then you go to the next side and file it and you get it to where you like it, and then the other side is just way over filed. Just switch it up. What you do to one side, do to the other side. Look at it, see where you need adjustments, so on and so forth. And so now I like to put my file under my finger like that to just see how straight it is or isn't. For some reason, it helps me better with like seeing and lighting and the stuff. So yeah. And then I will go from my apex and file downwards on my nail so that my tip isn't too thick. Thick tip. Anywho, yeah. So, yeah. I'll go from my apex down, with a little bit more pressure at the free edge. So that way I'm, thinning that out. Now I am going to take my e-file, and because we did do so many layers there at the connection between the free edge and the extension, we do have a little bit of a bigger bump than we would like right there. It's not an apex, it's literally like a lump. So I'm just going to thin that out and make it blend with the rest of the nail. I'm going to clean around my cuticles. And I am going to thin out the very tip just a little bit more, because there is just a little bit of like bulky buildup that I had there. So I did thin that out. Now I'm going to go back over here with this. I finally figured out a good way to hold my finger still. So I'm just crossing my fingers to hold my finger still while I file it so it's not wobbling all over the place. And I'm just switching it up. I'm seeing that the right side is still just a little bit longer than the left. So you want to look at it from every angle. Look at it pointed towards you. Look at it pointed away from you. So see, now we're like a little bit closer. We still have a little bit of length that we need to get rid of. So what I'm going to do is literally, you can't even see how much nail I'm taking off. I'd rather take off too little and have to go back than to take off too much and have to start all over or build out again. So then I just reshape the tip, file it back down again, and then we measure again. And ta-da! We got it. We got it. We got it. And I'm going to clean with some alcohol. I am going to apply base coat again. Now this is totally unnecessary. If you have the thickness that you need and like, and the opacity of the color that you like and everything, you do not need to do this. You could just base coat, top coat, you're done. But I am going to add another layer of builder gel. So I added my base coat, I cured it for 60 seconds. Now I'm going back in with pink lace, which is what we built our extension part out of. And I'm just going to try and blend, because this is just going to be one layer. I'm going to try and blend the cuticle area with the free edge to get that more ombre effect, which like I said, did and didn't work. So anywho, for this layer, because we already did all the filing and shaping and I'm not trying to misshape our nail again, I am applying a very thin layer like nail polish, where I'm not floating the gel. I am actually applying it like brush flat to my nail, a little bit of pressure like nail polish. And so you're still going to get some strength from the gel, but it's not going to be overly thick and not going to like unshape all the work that we just did. So I cured that for 60 seconds. Now I'm going in with my top coat for Mani Boss. I wiped off the excess and then capped my edge, and I cured that for 60 seconds, and this is what we were left with. So this is how I built out my builder gel extensions. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Bye, bitches!